What is up, guys? The Jedi here, and today is the review for the Buccaneers and Eagles. So let's get started with that, which is now. So, as we talked about, and on top of that, some Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's do Pirates first, then we'll get right into what we're going to be talking about. So the Pirates, this is their last game versus the Cincinnati Reds. They beat them twice, so they have won the series. After winning two against the Athletics, they are now on a 4-win streak. They might lose today at 12:40. It's actually 11:40 now. But yeah, they beat them in a close one yesterday, 4-3, and then they beat them 4-2 in the last two games. And I mean, they also have the Braves. And also, everything is the same. Well, a few teams clutched the playoffs. Blue Jays and Yankees clinched the playoffs. Well, clinched the playoffs. They clinched the Wildcats spot. This stupid Seattle team clutched the division. Yeah, that's kind of it. To check the Phillies, since I'm wearing an actual Phillies hat. They won yesterday. They've lost the day before, and they got the Marlins today, and they will finish off today against one of their division opponents. And then they got the Twins at home, while the Pirates got the Braves away. So yeah, Pirates will finish off against the Reds today. And just to look at the division again, they have a good record at home, and the at least they can do is finish off strong away. And if they win today, then they will basically have 29 or so wins to 52 losses. Cardinals are in fourth place. They're basically done. So basically everything is basically done for baseball. The only thing the Pirates have to do is just finish up. And, well, baseball's not done yet because you got the playoffs, but for the regular season purposes, for the teams that are not going into the playoffs, they are extremely, done. Just done. Yeah, but yeah, the Brewers and Cubs are in it. Mets or the Padres made the playoffs, so other than that, I think the Mets have this. Let me check the Mets schedule. The Mets. They've lost. Oh wait, no. I'm looking at the wrong one. But they did lose to the Nationals, as you saw. So they won yesterday. They lost yesterday. I say yesterday. They won yesterday. They won the 23rd and they lost on the 24th, which was yesterday. They got them Cubs today. And then they got the Marlins tomorrow. Okay, so this should be simple for the Mets. Just win. Just win. I think you're only supposed to have 6 teams in the playoffs now. So 6 plus 6, 12. So you're supposed to have 12 teams in the playoffs total right now. So, okay. But yeah, for the Pirates, everything is the same. All they gotta do is win. And they're good. So, you guys are probably wondering why is no lights shine on me like usual. I decided to just have it like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just have it like this, but I'm pretty sure you guys can see me very perfectly. Right now, I gotta fix this. And to remind you, you might be hearing some stuff in the background, whether it's outside or inside of my house that I'm in. Right now, I'm in my room. So, yeah. So just bear with me if you do hear anything in the background. But to start this off right now in the process, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are once again playing. And as usual, both of these teams are the way they are. So this is the game review of the NFL from their perspective, and I also took a screenshot of their predictions. Excuse me. So everything's even so far from like their predictions and I guess the fan predictions, but these are relatable scores. But here's my predictions. Go here. If you guys want to pause this and read this as I'm scrolling down and stuff like that, go ahead. I keep saying but anyway, here are the notes down here. Let me see if I can. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here are the notes down here. Eagles 3-0 versus Buccaneers 3-0 in Tampa Bay, Florida of the Week 4 NFL 2025 season. Buccaneers lead all time, 13-1. I said 13-1. 13-11 all time versus the Eagles. They've also played in preseason. I forgot to put that inside of there, but they are not really the teams to have preseason action. They haven't had preseason action since 2016. So yeah, they only played twice in the preseason anyway. That's why I didn't include it there. And they also met in the 1977, which was their first playoff game. Actually, no. Their first playoff game was 1979. They met in 1977 for their first meeting, and then they had their first playoff in 1979. Buccaneers won 6 of 1 in the last 7 meetings versus the Eagles, which most of them being in Tampa Bay, which is true. I can actually show you the recent games that took place. And the Eagles only won, just one, in the last 6. They've only played once in Philadelphia of this era. They will play in Philadelphia if these two teams play again. If they play again. Buccaneers lead 4-2 in the playoffs versus Eagles all time. With the two teams being in different divisions in the NFC, they kind of play very often due to the division placement. So basically, if they want to play again next year, the Eagles need to be in first place, while the Buccaneers need to be first place in their division. So both teams need to be first place in each other division to have another matchup next year. And they will also play the Eagles in Lincoln Financial Field here in Philadelphia. They will also do that in 2027 as well as next year if they do play. So yeah, the Eagles can get a chance to play the Buccaneers in the preseason. I said preseason. Well, they can't play in the preseason. They could actually, but that's unlikely to happen. So the player statistics. Okay, so my statistics that I am going for is that Jalen Hurts is going to throw 1 passing touchdown, 1 rush touchdown, 1 interceptions. Passing yards will be 106. Rushing yards will be 40. And on top, yeah, he'll have a rushing touchdown with that. A.J. Brown will have 5 receptions to 99 yards and a touchdown. Hey, I'm just being accurate, okay? Saquon Barkley, 10 carries, 90 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Carter, 2 sacks, 7 tackles. Jordan Davis, 1 sack, 10 tackles. So the Eagles are more likely to have 3 sacks versus the Buccaneers. That is my prediction. It might be a cringy prediction. Also, I'll take it. Show it here again. You guys can take a picture if you want to. Go ahead. I don't really care. Pause it. Take a picture. Take a screenshot on whatever device that you have. I do not care. And the NFL, well, not the NFL predictions, but my predictions, not this one right here. The Buccaneers, 95% chance to win in Week 4. Eagles have an 85% chance to win in Week 4. I should have actually put that as an 89 actually instead of an 85. But the reason why I put the Eagles as an 85 because they've literally they keep relying on a second quarter comeback like they did against the Rams and a couple times last year. And honestly, I feel like that's not going to happen here when entering Week 4 against the Buccaneers that are in the same, similar situation as the Eagles. And yeah, that's why I put them as an 85% chance to win a Week 4 matchup versus the Buccaneers. Final score, actually, I do predict the Eagles are going to put up some massive points, such as this one right here, 28-19. Final score is 30-21. That's my second final score for the Eagles. For the Buccaneers, they're probably going to win it by 3, 30-27, 35-26, and 28-10. But this all depends on how the Eagles digress on defense and offense. But yeah, these are my predictions for the game on Sunday. And I think that's what I have to show here, so enough of this. And let's actually move me down here, and I'm going to go to the Eagles QB hit mark. Alright, so, whoops, did not go back up. I'm lagging. No. Here we go. Alright, so, as of coming into Week 4 of the NFL season of 2025 to 26, the Eagles have 18 QB hits coming into Week 4. 18 QB hits. So, if they can generate enough pressure, then they could actually win by more points or probably by a game winner if they can generate some more QB hits. And on top of that, and to go even further, keep scrolling down. No, oh my god, I'm lagging. Here we go. Alright, so the Eagles have 3 sacks and 1 fumble. Like I said, they're probably going to get 3 sacks in that game versus the Buccaneers. But the problem is with Hurts. Hurts has taken 4 sacks versus the Rams. And the problem is he keeps getting sacks. Like the protection is good, but it's like so basically Hurst is trying to perfect the passing game like he has done in certain games in the past, and but the pocket awareness when he's trying to like drop back and go long to his receivers like AJ Brown and stuff, he like doesn't really know how to function while dealing with pocket pressure, because like he's used to like running and escaping and stuff. But like when it comes to like dropping back in the and pressure and stuff like that, when the pocket collapses and stuff, he takes sacks. And that's the one thing that is like I mean, I'm not a Jalen Hurts hater, but it's like he keeps taking sacks, like unnecessary sacks. So if Jalen Hurts takes like very unnecessary sacks, then the Eagles are going to have a little rough season on a high note. So this is good that they're 3-0, and they're also playing against another team that's 3-0. This is also good for both the Buccaneers and the Eagles, because this will determine who will have a much better season going forward. So, who will have a much better season going forward? Buccaneers or Eagles? We will have to see when Sunday hits. And I will be watching it the entire way, and then once the game ends, we're going to talk about it. So, Eagles injury reports. Let's see the injury reports. Because Mike Evans for the Buccaneers, they are not playing. Well, he's not playing. I think someone else on the Buccaneers is not playing. But let's see what the Eagles reports are. I'm going to go to their website, and we're going to go from there. Alright, so for week 4. Alright, so Zach Bond has a knee injury. Gerard Campbell, Andre Jackson, Lane Johnson, Tanner McKee has a right thumb, and then Will Sheffley. Okay, so you got some guys that okay. Alright, so for the Buccaneers, Davis, their linebacker, he's hurt. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. So the Eagles might have a field day versus the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield might return, but Logan Hall and some of these other guys. Oh, so this is a big phenomenon for the Eagles. But they also have some injuries too. Zach Bond, Gerard Campbell, Andre Jackson, Lane Johnson, and your backup quarterback Tanner McKee is having right thumb issues. So that's, and also Will Sheffley as well. So basically, did not want to do that. Okay, so I can't highlight the name. Okay, so basically you have like 5 important guys on your team really that are hurt. Because Tanner McKee could come in case Jalen Hurts actually does get hurt in this game. And then Lane Johnson's not playing. And then you have your 3 guys on defense hurt. So, and the defense is already having issues. So, this is going to be a tough one for both sides. That's what I'm looking at. I'm just shocked that their best player on defense, Levante David, is hurt. And Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. I'm surprised Baker Mayfield's on this list. Yeah, I'm not really surprised Baker Mayfield's on this list. I was expecting him not to be on this list. But these are... Oh, I can highlight the... okay. I just can't highlight... Okay. So that's 8 players in general for the Buccaneers, while the Eagles just have 6 out for right now. I mean, like I said, it's only Thursday. Sunday is only in 3 days, so they have time to get ready. So Baker Mayfield might not play. Unspecified. Okay, so game status for the Buccaneers is unspecified, but these are the injuries here that you're looking at that they're dealing with. The Eagles have not made a game status yet for these 6 players. Now, Tanner McKee's been having these he had like a right thumb issue in one of the preseason games. Yeah, I'm not sure. So right now, they will have to be careful with Jalen Hurts because Tanner McKee is injured with the right thumb. So, yeah, they gotta really be careful with Jalen Hurts. But I'm pretty sure the Buccaneers have other targets on their defense besides Levante David. Now, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, that's probably going to be a killer in the process. But you also have to look again at the Eagles. They're having defensive issues. They've only had 3 sacks and 1 fumble coming into this season, and to start off week 4. They have 18 QB hits, which is good, but, and the defense gave up a bunch of running yardage versus the Rams. And we will go check that out right now. So let me go here. Put Eagles, Rams, 2025. And let's look at the game stats versus the Rams. When they played. Excuse me. Okie dokie. Alright, so. Alright. So, like, if you look at this total, Rams dominated total yards. I mean, Eagles, like, kind of, like, had it even, but Rams dominated. Now, passing yards, Rams had it for a moment, but then the Eagles, they went down late and stuff like that. Rushing yards, Rams 160 rushing yards. And on top of that, the Eagles allowed 4 sacks with a turnover. They've also took the time possession away from the Rams. So, yeah, right now, it's going to be on the Eagles' defense and the offense. But like I said before, the Eagles got some issues to work with. So they really want to win week 4 against the Buccaneers. And let's look up Baker Mayfield injury. Okay, so. Alright, okay, so I think he just suffered it today. Yeah, I think he just suffered it today. Or I think yesterday or something. I don't know when the Buccaneers do their practice. So I don't really look at them. But Baker Mayfield, yeah, so this might be a very, very... But who's on the Buccaneers? Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterbacks. Let's see who they are. So they got Terry Bridgewater, and I think that's all they have. So if Baker doesn't...
Mayfield and Teddy Bridgewater are quarterbacks for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so I think they only have 2 quarterbacks. So if Baker doesn't play, then they have Terry Bridgewater. But if Terry Bridgewater gets hurt, who do you throw in? That's interesting. All right. So, okay. So the Eagles do have a field day. I mean, like the NFL put the predictions, this could be a close game. I mean, the Buccaneers still got some targets, but right now, due to these injuries, but again, the Eagles still got some flaws going on, so I wouldn't get too cocky if I'm an Eagles fan. Well, if you're an Eagles fan, I'm an Eagles fan, but man, oh man, oh man, I just cannot wait until the game starts on Sunday. I mean, I'm not saying that it's going to probably be a blowout, but it looks certain like the Eagles might have this game. Like they absolutely got this game. So, I mean, from what I'm looking at it, they generally have a good severe chance in winning against the Buccaneers. That's just my assumption right now in the process. And like I said before, they'll probably put up 30-some points to probably at least 20-some points against the Buccaneers. So, again, we will have to see who will survive Week 4 as a severe top contender in the NFC. So, I'm going to leave. But actually, no, let me actually show you guys something else. Eagles 2026 schedule. So like I said a little earlier about the Buccaneers and Eagles playing next year or something like that. I'm going to show you guys. I don't know what the heck this is. Okay, so the NFC South, basically. So like I said before, if the Eagles and Buccaneers want to play each other again next year, if that even happens, they would have to play. Well, no, they would have to be in first place in their division, like how they are right now. They would have to either stay in first place to have a matchup next year, or if you don't, then the Eagles will be playing someone else. That's just how it's going to be. They also have the AFC North, and of course it's at Lincoln Financial Field. I believe I viewed this last time in my Buccaneers and Eagles review. Well, it wasn't a review, but it was the reason why the Buccaneers and Eagles will keep playing. So if they don't play next year, then they will play each other in 2027. So the Eagles will not stop playing the Buccaneers. That's just how it's going to be. But other than that, I really don't have nothing else to really brag about or anything. The Steelers do play to yeah, the Steelers do play on Sunday as well. At 9:30 p.m. So, but I'm not really investing into that game. I'm investing into the Buccaneers and Eagles. So, but yeah, I only have nothing else to really like linger across with. So I guess I'll have to end this video here. As your host, the Jedi's out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.